My name is Kathy Streng, and I'm an early Head Start home visitor with Centerstone. If you would like any information about any of Centerstone's services, I invite you to visit centerstone.org, or you can always call 1-877-HOPE-123 or call 877-467-3123. Today I would like to read a story that is written by a local author, so we have full copyright permission to share this with you today. It's called Small and Mighty, and the author is Jean Alstat, who actually lives on a farm, which inspired this story, not far from here in Southern Illinois, and her daughter, Valerie Alstat, illustrated it. So it says, Small and Mighty, the true story of Prissy Ann, a most unlikely farm dog. Excuse me. All right. That's Logan and Susie. Logan and Susie were big working farm dogs who lived with Farmer Fred and his wife, Happy Holly. Their job was to help bring the cows to the barn when Farmer Fred needed them. The only problem was Logan and Susie preferred to lounge on the porch instead of chasing cows. Moo. One day, Happy Holly said, I do love those big dogs, but I would like a little dog to keep in the house, a prissy little house dog, like this one right here. Looking day after day in the newspaper, they finally saw an advertisement that read, Cocker Spaniel Poodle Puppy, very small, excellent house dog. Oh, there she is. She is small. When Farmer Fred and Happy Holly saw this little white fluffy dog who weighed only about 1 pound, they both said, yes, this will be a perfect little prissy house dog. And that is what they named her, Prissy Ann. Let me hold that up so you can see that very well. Look at that. Prissy Ann grew to weigh about 10 pounds. That's not big at all. She was very smart and did all the wonderful tricks a little house dog should do. She danced for a cookie, and brought Farmer Fred his slippers. But one at a time, though, because they were as big as she was. But she was the prissy little house dog Farmer Fred and Happy Holly wanted. Oh, excuse me, audience. I have to read that again. But was she the prissy little house dog Farmer Fred and Happy Holly wanted? See, that ended with a question. Well, not exactly. That makes me wonder what's going to happen next. Although Prissy Ann loved to do all the house tricks, she really loved to go with Farmer Fred. She loved to ride in the truck and romp through the mud. Sometimes it was impossible to tell what color she really was, because all you could see were 2 eyes shining from a ball of mud. But more than anything else, Prissy Ann loved to chase cows. When Farmer Fred needed the cows, he didn't try to coax Logan or Susie. He just called Prissy Ann, and there she came darting out to the pasture, ready to work. Logan and Susie lay happily on the porch and watched Prissy Ann do all the work. What a sight it was to see. Prissy Ann herd the cows. People came to watch because they couldn't believe such a small dog could be such a good work dog. Sometimes she would become airborne, grabbing one of the cows by their tails and riding in the air for a few yards. Oh, can you see that? That's her right there. That was quite a sight. Farmer Fred's big red cows running to the barn, one of them having a 10-pound weight by the name of Prissy Ann hanging onto her tail, sailing up and down with the ride. Now, there was one old cow. There was one old cow named Number 9. For some reason, Number 9 didn't want anybody walking in her pasture. So when Happy Holly took a walk, she always took Prissy Ann along to keep Number 9 from chasing her out of the pasture. Number 9 had Prissy Ann grab her tail enough times. All Happy Holly had to do was say Prissy Ann's name, and Number 9 decided it was time to leave. After a while, the cows knew Prissy Ann so well, she hardly had to chase them to the barn at all. As a matter of fact, on the days Prissy Ann decided to stay inside and be a prissy little house dog, all Farmer Fred had to do was call her name loud enough for the cows to hear, and up to the barn they came. There he is going, Prissy Ann. And that's all the cows had to hear, and they would go to the barn. Logan and Susie and Prissy Ann lived happily with Farmer Fred and Happy Holly for many years and had lots and lots of adventures. Oh, the end. Thank you very much for joining me today, and I hope to see you again. Bye-bye.